So this isn't an end of the world type of video. This is just one thing that I heard in these different developer interviews that had started coming out on IGN recently about Re-specs. Now, I don't think they're completely on point. I don't think this is the right path to go for Re-specs. First of all, so you understand exactly what they're saying, I kind of edited a clip and sped it up a little bit to save some time, but there's about a 45-second clip here of exactly what they said in their own words about how the Re-specking is going to work. So let's take a quick look at that.
So you can respec point by point. You can directly in the skill tree for gold, and that gold cost ramps up at some rate as you level up. So as you more clearly define your build and get more things that are associated with it and supporting it, it becomes a little bit more expensive to respec, but still doable. So those choices have meaning. And at the early part of the game, it's very inexpensive. And you can also do a full respec at any point as well. So
one of the goals, the design goals, not to speak for Joe, but one of the design goals is really to make your build feel inherent to your character. And that's one of the things about the gold cost going up over time is that basically there's going to be a point in time where, I'll make up a number, but say at level 50, there's going to be a point in time where you go oh, I'd like to be a different barbarian, but it's too expensive to undo everything I've done. It's actually better for me to roll another barbarian and start a new one and go fresh.
Now, the first thing, I'll actually start off with a good thing here. Having it able to actually respec by taking out 1 point, you can take out individual branches or nodes, the full points into those. And then you also have a refund all button that will respec everything, and then you can start over from fresh. Now, I think that is good just to give the option for whatever way that you need to respec. If you just put 1 point into something on accident, you don't have to go through and respec the whole thing. You can just get that 1 point out or something along those lines. Maybe you just wanted to try a skill. Well, that's not the way I wanted to go. Just take that one out, or the skill tree, you no longer want to go down that route, or anything along those lines. So I think that is actually a good thing that they did with that. Now, another thing, I think it's almost not even good or bad, but for online play with everybody in open world, I think it's almost necessary. But having the cost to respec, I don't think you can literally have 100% unlimited amounts of free respecs online in a massively multiplayer type of game. So having a very low cost at the beginning of the game, they mentioned, that is a good thing. You don't want to completely handcuff people. Oh, you put 1 point into fire, now you have to go all the way down the fire tree. You don't want it anything like that. At least at the beginning, it's not going to cost you much in order to try a few different things and decide what path you would like to go down. But now we get into the territory of something they said I really didn't like. And that is, towards the end of that clip, they mentioned that it would be so cost prohibitive towards the end of the game to respec that it would not even be worth doing, that you'd be better off just forgetting that character if you wanted to do something different and start over with a completely new character. So having to play completely through the campaign again, having to do all that leveling again, and all the types of things like that. Now, I do not believe that that is a good route to go down. Now, for me personally, it's one of the reasons why I play single player Diablo 2 Resurrected so much. If y'all didn't know, if maybe you're coming to this video just looking for D4 stuff, you didn't know me before, but I'm primarily a Diablo 2, now Diablo 2 Resurrected player. On single player, you can actually unlimitedly respec, and that's one of my favorite parts of why I play single player a lot offline. Now, being able to respec, let's say you want to do one type of barb one day, the next day you want to do a different type of barb and get out there and magic finding, slaying monsters. You can do that because you can do it as much as you want. You're not completely punished if you click one button wrong on a skill. You can just respec again and get the build the way that you actually want to have it. Now, like I said earlier, I don't think you online for a massively multiplayer game, you can have fully unlimited amounts of respecs and use them willy-nilly all the time that you want. I don't think that that's necessarily a good route to go for, like I said, online in particular. Now, I had a good idea, I think, in my opinion. Let me know down in the comments if you think it's a good idea. But what I think it should be is essentially you should get like one free respec a week or something like that. That way, maybe 1 week you want to go and, hey, I want to do some PvP. Well, you got to build your character in a way so that you can get out there and play some PvP with that barbarian, we'll say, for example. But hey, maybe the next week you're going to get out there and you're going to farm different world tiers to find more loot or something like that. Well, you're going to want to respec into a character which you can do that better with instead of having just a character set it up for PvP. There's a bunch of different types of endgame in Diablo 4. I almost said Diablo 2 Resurrected, but in Diablo 4. And if I had to guess, unless this game is so super cookie cutter that it's not going to matter, for each different type of gameplay and endgame style, you're going to want a different type of build that is kind of optimized for that. Now, in my opinion, this would be a great idea. Not just I want the game to be as fun as possible so that, you know, I play it more and enjoy it more, but this would also be good for them because I feel like having the ability to switch lanes for what you want to do will keep people engaged and having more fun on the game, which, let's be perfectly honest, the longer we play, the more money they make. So that's just my quick opinions on this. I thought it was so important and needed its own dedicated video here, but the 1 respec per week, let me know what you think about that down in the comments. And what is your opinion on it? Should they change it up and go with my idea or maybe an idea you got? You can let me know down in the comments. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe up. Peace out, fellas. And don't forget, keep slaying.